Hi students, welcome you all to today's lecture. This is Dushyant Reddy here to explain you the protocol of developing the hepatitis vaccine, which is already in the literature, and why we take lot of time to produce vaccines in the market. So that is a fundamental difference, and let us see today the basic aspects of vaccine generation and the protocol involved in vaccine generation. So if you see the basic fundamental aspects of hepatitis vaccine, so first you need to know the structure of hepatitis virus. So this virus generally it will also have some surface protein. The surface protein is again the spike protein. Okay, here you have spike protein, surface protein, spike protein. Now the genetic material present in the hepatitis virus is a double stranded DNA. So that is the fundamental difference between your COVID-19 as well as from the hepatitis. If you see, the hepatitis is a double stranded DNA, whereas your COVID-19 is a single stranded RNA. This is the fundamental difference. So let us see how the hepatitis vaccine has been generated. So for that you need to know some basics of fermentation as well as some basis of recombinant DNA technology and some fundamental aspects. However, I will try to cope up with all the other parameters. First and foremost thing is you need to identify the genome which is responsible for production of this surface protein or spike protein. Now this is a complete genome of your hepatitis. Out of this complete genome, I identified that only certain portion of genome is responsible for production of proteins. That is surface protein, that is called as spike protein, that is surface protein. This is the first step of your identification or gene. Prior to that, you should isolate the gene from your affected individual. Suppose this is a person or animal who is affected with the virus. You generally isolate the virus. That means the virus is isolated. From the isolated cell, you need to identify the sequence of the gene which is responsible for production of spike protein. This is the first step of your vaccine generation. In the second step, the gene is inserted into a plasmid. So for that again you need to know what is plasmid. So the plasmids are these double stranded DNA which are extra chromosomal in nature. So they multiply very fast and they act as vectors. Vectors means they transfer from one host to another host. So this is the fundamental information you need to know before doing any protocol of vaccination. Now here the double stranded DNA, now this portion of gene which you have identified for the surface protein production, you will insert into the plasmid. So let me insert these genes into the plasmid. So now the portion, this is my portion which I have included into the plasmid. Okay, now this is plasmid act as a vector. Now I will transfer this plasmid into an yeast cell. Okay, now the yeast cell, I will transfer this into an yeast cell. So here this is my yeast, and into which I will transfer my the complete plasmid. After transferring the plasmid into yeast cell, now the step is how you will generate yeast, that is called as fermentation. So that fundamental step is you need to know about fermentation. Now I will perform fermentation. By the process of fermentation, I will multiply the number of yeast cells, and each yeast cell in turn multiplies with my vector. The multiple copies of the spike proteins are produced in the yeast cells. In the final stage, I will rupture the yeast cell, thereby producing the multiple copies of my surface proteins of my hepatitis B. This is the fundamental approach for your vaccine generation. Once again I am repeating, you have an individual or you have any animal or any primate which is near to human being who is infected with virus. This first step, you isolate the virus genome. So here I am showing the isolated genome. So this is my isolated genome. After isolation, I will identify the portion of gene which is responsible for production of spike protein. First step. Now I am transferring this portion of gene into a vector. What is a vector? Which transfer from one individual to another individual or from one host to another host for process of multiplication. For that I have chosen the plasmid. What is a plasmid? Plasmid is a double stranded DNA which can multiply very fast. So now this portion of genome which is responsible for spike protein is inserted into an vector, that is a plasmid. Now this plasmid can multiply very fast and it can even act as a vector from one host to another host. So I have transferred this vector into an yeast cell. After transferring into the yeast cell, now I am performing a step called as fermentation. Now in the fermentation, a large amount of yeast cells are produced, thereby also large amount of my spike proteins are produced. However, I will rupture the yeast cell. Upon rupture, the multiple copies of the spike proteins are produced. Now I will purify these spike proteins. Now the purified spike proteins act as an candidate vaccine for your treatment. Now you have a question, how this spike protein will act as the vaccine candidate. First and foremost thing is the principle involved in the vaccination generation is very similar to your preparation of curd. So how you will prepare curd? You take milk in a bowl and you just add either the buttermilk or small portion of curd to the milk and you keep overnight and your curd is ready. Right? In the similar fashion, here the milk is your body blood which do not have any antibodies. Now the curd portion is your surface protein which you are inserting into the human body. After inserting into the human body, this surface protein acts as an antigen. So these antigen will stimulate antibody into the body. So into the body there are several amount of antibodies are produced against this spike protein. So this type of immunity which a person generates upon vaccination is called as humoral immunity. This is a fundamental information of vaccination of any individual. This is the example of hepatitis vaccine. So this is a fundamental approach of creation of hepatitis vaccine. So let us see why there is a lot of time involved in vaccines and why they are very time consuming and cost effective, why we are not producing the cost effective vaccines. For that, you need to know these virus or spike protein which I am injecting into an human being may cause pathogenic effect or toxic effect. For that, I need to do the phase trials, that is clinical trials. So for that, for every drug discovery or any recombinant drugs or any drug discovery, the stages of drug discovery are divided into these are the fundamental stages. That is your drug design. The drug. First one is you design. The design is basically either by a computer approach or by rational approach. You design it. Okay, you have designed. After designing, you synthesize it, or you can say even it is you manufacture it. Okay, after manufacturing, you go for preclinical study. What do you mean by preclinical study? That means you study on animals, rats, rabbits, horse, dogs, based upon your near to human beings. You study preclinical. From the safety data of your preclinical studies, you do clinical studies. So the clinical studies will tell you how safe and how effective the the drugs are to the population and how effective they are. Let us see the stages of clinical trials. So I will explain the stages of clinical trials in your next lecture, that is tomorrow. So hope you understand my lectures. So please subscribe to my channel and share among your friends. Thank you.